I prayed for my husband to become poor, lose his job, so that he will know that his ex is just after his money. Most of you will call me wicked for making such prayer or even thinking about it, but it won't change the fact that I prayed that prayer every midnight. You will ask, won't the poverty affect me and the kids? Well, I have a running business that fetches me enough money to take care of myself, and we have no child. When he was talking about marriage with me, I told him that I wouldn't marry him until he gets a job and becomes stable. That was when I was still having my business and it was booming. I helped him get this job. I was the one who helped him get this job he's working. I submitted his CV for him in several places, and he was lucky enough to be called to this particular place where he works now, and he got a really good pay, over $500,000. This was his monthly payment, $500,000 every month. After that, we started planning our wedding 6 months after he got the new job. Before we got married, all of a sudden, his ex started disturbing him with calls and text messages. At first, he didn't tell me, but I noticed it. And then I asked him about the lady who is always calling him whenever he was with me. He said that was his ex and they have nothing together. She is even married with a boy child. I had to remove my mind from it because I heard she's married. When we finally got married and started living together, this same ex will be calling him almost 4 times or 3 times in a day, even at midnight, and my husband must pick her calls no matter the condition or the situation. He always picks her calls. I expressed my displeasure towards the lady's call, and he told me it was absolutely nothing. I shouldn't worry my head about it. That the lady just lost her husband and is in need of a friend. And I questioned, she lost her husband? But you said she was actually married. When did she lose her husband? This is barely a year after we got married. Doesn't she have family members she can be speaking to? Why you? And then the other day, I stumbled upon his emails from his bank, and I noticed he's been sending this girl money monthly. You don't want to know how much. I asked him and he said, oh, the lady just needs someone who will be helping her train her son. Oh, I'm just helping her and her son so that the child's future will not just be cut short like that. That is what my husband said. On my birthday, we were having everything so sweet and nice with just family and close friends. And all of a sudden, this girl called in the middle of our occasion of my birthday. He immediately picked the call and stepped out of the venue. My husband left me and went over to our place with the claim that she's been crying and that she misses her husband and she needed someone to speak to. I was so upset. I was very upset. And that was the night I started praying for my husband to lose his job and become poor. Prayer finally worked, and to my greatest surprise, after 5 months, my husband was sacked. And the sad news is that he didn't have any money saved up. I mean, how would he save up when he was busy spending all his money training his ex and her son? My husband started following me to my business, and I am sure he told his ex about him accompanying me to my business every day, and that he lost his job because for over 1 month, the lady stopped calling. The call reduced drastically, and we finally had peace in the house. I was becoming happy in my marriage. Everything was returning to normal. My husband started giving me attention, and this happened. I saw a text message from my husband's ex. He was in the bathroom when the message came in. The message reads, you better find a way to raise money for your son's welfare because I can't train your child for you. Take money from your side wife and take care of your son. If not, I will expose everything. I was hurting, and that very moment I took a decision to pray, keep on praying for him to never rise again. He will remain poor and always accompany me to my business until I find a way to escape this hell of a marriage. Feel free to call me names, but I have to speak out my heart. I loved him with everything in me. I never disturbed him with bills. I did everything a good wife should do, and I never knew that all this while the ex had a son with him, and he never mentioned it to me. Even before we got married, even whilst we were married, he lied to me that his ex was married and has a son. Meanwhile, she wasn't married and the son actually belongs to him. I won't stop praying for him to stay where he is until I make up my mind and find a way to leave.